Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's March 13th, 2022, and today's video is going to be talking about ordering a replacement for Pepe, the utility vehicle that you see before you in the video right now. In the past, I've shown some of the new equipment that we've had, the Takushi TL12 V2, which is the track loader, Elon, the excavator, Optimus Maximus, the new big Grand L6060 tractor, Mini-Me, the B2601 tractor, and I got some questions about the cost, how it cost me so much less when I ordered those pieces of equipment, and so I made a couple of videos about that. But since there was interest in the ordering process, I thought I'd go through the ordering process for this new piece of equipment that I don't expect to get for several months, potentially next fall or thereafter and all. I did make the purchase through the same dealership that I bought the zero-turn mower, the B2601, and the Grand L6060, and that's Blazy's equipment in Palmyra, New York. John S. Blazy, Kubota dealer. And I've been very happy with not only the equipment that I purchased so far, but also the customer service, the delivery process. All of those things have worked out just fantastic. So what you can see now is Pepe. Pepe is a 2007 Kawasaki 3010 trans diesel. So this one actually has two bench row seats in it. You can't see it in the video right now, but this piece of equipment has been absolutely essential for the farm, for the nursery area. It has a big bed. We never, very, very rarely, once every few years, have we used the back bench row seats in this piece of equipment because we really want all that cargo space. I've also talked about in the past how I want to transition to battery electric equipment, whether it's tractors, excavators, utility vehicles, everything to go to battery operated. Unfortunately, the manufacturers producing these pieces of equipment aren't there yet. They're beginning. There are new pieces of equipment that are battery electric, but their technology and manufacturing processes and their vertical integration isn't there yet. They aren't using the best battery management systems. They aren't using the best battery technology yet. So I'm waiting for that transition, like I waited for the Tesla Model Y that we purchased. One of the things is that I always think about what's happening in the macroeconomics, and certainly I could anticipate previously that we would have some significant changes with the macroeconomics given the circumstances with the pandemic and all of the things going on in that situation. And now we have the Russian waging war on Ukraine, and that poses all sorts of more issues macroeconomically. So although I made the main purchases that I needed to make just over a year ago, well, about a year ago, the excavator, the track loader, 3 tractors and all, after looking at the situation, I see prices jumping again over this next year period of time. And I can make videos about that with lumber prices, fuel prices, and so on. So those are some of the stimuli that made me think about it. Here's steel prices right now, and I'm not going to go into detail. Fuel prices, everybody's aware of as well. There are just so many things that are going on that are just absolutely frustrating. So this is the Kubota RTV X1100C. And this particular one happens to have one of the rack systems that I ordered with this piece of equipment. The rack systems are very versatile for a variety of different utilities that people can use them for. And previously I talked about the ballast weight and how we also purchased the ultimate tool rack from bigtoolrack.com. And so far I'm very excited about that piece of equipment. But we work in different parts of the property, and we're not just a simple nursery that we're just potting up plants, but that's one of the main functions that we need a utility vehicle to be able to do. I do construction work, so I need to be able to bring ladders and power tools and various other pieces of equipment out. We do forestry work where we need pruners and chainsaws and tackle systems as well. So we need to be able to bring as few vehicles, make as few trips as possible, so we get the equipment to the location that we're going to work at, be as effective and as efficient as possible. And so you can see that nowadays the utility vehicles, just like the utility rack system, can be multifunctional. So you can see in this build system here, you can see some of the long-handled tools that are there. You can see that there's different levels of accessory rack systems that can allow you to bring with you or to manage various tools and equipment. This is the piece of equipment that we're going to be going ahead and pricing today. And of course this is at the Kubota USA site, and so we just click on the utility vehicle. We selected the RTV X1100C. It has a manufacturer suggested retail price right now to start off at $22,000. So we're going to recreate the building process that I went through. What I did was I called Junior up at Blazy's Kubota dealership in Palmyra, New York, and I talked to Junior, who had sold me the rest of the pieces of equipment. I said, when you get a chance, excuse me, let's go ahead and build the same identical piece of equipment. I build it here on my computer, and he built it there on his computer, and we'll just go through that process. So we have the RTV X1100C here, Build My Kubota. We'll click on that, and it only comes up with one selection. This is the RTV X1100C worksite. It only comes up with the factory installed cab with the air conditioning, heater, and defroster system. You can get the camo. I went with the orange to go with the rest of the equipment. I went with the heavy-duty worksite tires for the equipment, and I went with the spray-on bed liner. So now we're going to go to the options that you can pick. Now you could get the telematics system like I have with the excavator and the track loader. That allows the corporation and yourself, your own business, to keep track of where your piece of equipment is, how long it's been in each location, and it's really good insurance for if someone steals the equipment as well. I don't see the need for that, so I didn't opt for that. So now I want to go to the rapid access cargo system. I ordered the big full rack system. That's the main frame that goes over the back of the and I can make more videos about this piece of equipment in the future. So it is a dump box system, so the rack system dumps with it. I apologize for my throat here. I did order the full clip basket, a half clip basket, an extended basket, extender basket, string trimmer holder, and the long handle tool carrier. So those are the main accessories for the cargo area that I ordered with this system. Now let's go to the lights and mirrors. I elected to, yes, this is more expensive. Could I have done this more economically if I had not ordered the Kubota installed LEDs? I could have purchased my own LEDs, but I have so many projects going on, I decided just order the ones there. So I got both the front and rear working LEDs. I did purchase the turn signal system, and I did order the side mirrors, one for each side as well. Apologize for my throat. The rear window in the cab, I do want to protect that. So in case let's say I'm throwing some firewood in the back, or I decide to use the mini-me to dump fill into the back of the bed, I wanted to be able to have something that's going to protect that rear shield. So I got the black rear screen there. It's not super heavy duty, but it will offer some protection. I did get the what did I get? I got the 4,500 pound winch with the synthetic rope. No need for the plastic bed liner. I didn't need the backup alarm. I didn't need the reducer for the 2-inch tow hitch down to 3/4 inch. I did get the tail lamp guards. I got both CV joint guards and and I did not get the rear mud flaps. Maybe that was a mistake. I'm not absolutely certain with that. I'm going to probably fabricate my own rear mud guards to keep stuff from flipping up into the cargo space. We'll see how that works. And one of the reasons why I didn't want to get too much stuff around where the wheels are located is when I upgraded Pepe, I ended up having to put a lift on it and get some larger wheels, more knobby wheels that could really make it through the snow better than the factory installed wheels that came with Pepe. So Pepe is very efficient at going through pretty deep snow. But there's a possibility I could end up getting tracks for this so I could get down to the beaver dams and into the woods at various times of the winter months as well. So we'll see how that all works out. Mechanical and maintenance supplies. Since I decided not to get the PTO and front snowblower for this, I had considered it. That would have raised the price up around $44,000 with all the bells and whistles. You can get a power sweeper with it, a broom for the system. You can get snow plows as well. So I really didn't decide to get any other attachments. I may end up putting a V plow on it in the future, but that's where we are at this point. I did not elect to get the extended warranty on this, so I got none. And so we can view our system. So the list price is $27,386.26. I anticipate that this will go up a couple $1,000s by the time it's delivered, potentially, or even more. From the time that we ordered our equipment last year, we had $18,600 on 3 pieces of equipment and almost $20,000 on 2 other pieces of equipment. So steel prices, electronics, fuel prices, and shipping. And I think of the impact of increased fuel prices affecting shipping, affecting plastics, affecting the whole global markets. It's going to be rather significant. So I could be wrong with this. The prices could come down. What's the chances of that? Not very likely. So this is the manufacturer's listed retail price. I talked to Junior about it. Junior said, give me 15-20 minutes and I'll tell you what the final price is when I call back. So this was $27,386.26 was the manufacturer's suggested retail price, and he did give me a discount, so my final price is $26,500. So I'm super happy with this. I won't be receiving this until the earliest until next fall, but I got my order in line. Do I wish could I have saved myself a few $1,000s by having ordered it back when I ordered the rest of the equipment? I could have. I actually considered buying lumber for some of the projects that we have around here when the prices before the prices went up. But you know, there's only so much you can do, and these when I'm looking at these pieces of equipment, if you're buying quality pieces of equipment that have at least a generative it's a generative form of investment. So what are the three forms of investment? Degenerative form of investment, where traditionally you buy a car, you drive it off the lot, you're not going to get the same price if you bring it back half an hour later. A generative investment, I think of gardens and that sort of thing. Tractors, and if you buy them new, maintain them well, they're a generative investment. You're going to get your money back out of them potentially, besides, as long as you're taking good care of them, besides doing all the work that you did. And you could see that we sold the excavator for more than what we bought it for in 6 years previously. We sold the track loader for a little bit more than what we purchased it for a year before. And the same thing with other pieces of equipment. So they are also generative forms of investments. Then you have regenerative forms of investment. So those are the ones that actually increase in value over time, like a food forest, a fruit trees, a nut trees, all of those things. So that's why, in our permaculture setting here, all of the investments that we make, including our generative investments, which are our annual gardens as well. So that's a quick overview of the reasons why and how I went about thinking of the whole process as well. Certainly an example would be in September of 2020, we purchased Thea's Tesla Model Y. We paid $50,000 for it. The same car, which has changed just a tiny bit, but we've gotten all the over-the-air updates, that now sells for $60,000, $59,990 if you buy it today on Tesla.com. We can sell her used Model Y right now. Last I checked was a few weeks ago. It was $57,500, and the price keeps going up every month. And that's with the mileage and all that she has on the vehicle. So anticipating what's going on with the macroeconomic situation, understanding the difference between degenerative, generative, and regenerative forms of investment, we can all invest in ourselves and do better for ourselves and for the planet. These vehicles are much more environmentally friendly than my older equipment and Pepe. I love Pepe. It's the Kawasaki Mule. That has been a very valuable tool. But it's time for me to move on beyond Pepe. This RTV will be a little bit smaller, will fit in the shop a little bit more easily. And it'll allow us all season long during the winter months to get out there and do the things we want to do in comfort. So I hope you found this video of value. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Please feel free to leave comments and questions below. There are tons of videos showing this piece of equipment, doing snow blowing, doing snow plowing, that sort of thing. So there are many applications that a piece of equipment like this can be used for. Thanks so much for watching, and take care and stay safe. Bye-bye now.